But if you live in a place with more than 600 people, you need to seek professional help. That's when it's time to call this man.
Most people in Texas, obviously have to just live within the laws and have to comply with them. But I actually get an opportunity to change them. And it's really kind of an awesome feeling. Hang on a second. Hello, this is Brad Shield. Hello, Representative Yost. How are you, sir? What can I do for you?
The classic phrase is, no Texan's life, liberty, or property is safe while the legislature's in session. And you see some of the reasons behind me here, these people coming in and out of the Capitol. I mean, democracy sucks sometimes because it's not a neat process. But when you get plenty of lobbyists coming down here to try to influence policy, it gets even worse.
It's a fact of political life. If somebody is making laws, someone else is trying to influence them.
I'm looking for any of the healthcare lobby. See if any of the hospital guys are here.
But writing a letter to your representative just won't do if you're a corporation or association trying to protect your members' interests. Enter the lobbyists. They'll share their powerful friends with you for a price.
The lobbyists, my paid friends, as they're paid to be my friend. The only place in Texas that I know of where you have paid friends here in Austin, Texas.
There are a class of lobbyists who can move mountains. They're the kind of people that a corporation will pay a lot of money to make that one phone call. But there are lobbyists more like me, which are the jack of all trades. We do the grunt work. We do the day-to-day lobbying of passing legislation or getting amendments put onto bills, and those are the everyday kind of lobbyists. That's what I present myself to be. I'm a lobbyist. I almost might go so far as to say I'm a typical lobbyist. I'm not in denial. I know that's what I do. My therapist says it's good to talk about it, so that's why I'm here. But it's a job that I sincerely love. Hang on just a second. Hello, this is Brad Shield.
Babe Schwartz, longtime state senator turned longtime lobbyist, has stalked the halls of power in Austin for over 40 years.
Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful never to be dead?
Hey, Dave,
Hi, how you doing? All right? Hi, Joel. Appreciate you coming out, old boy. Huh?
What can I do?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Lobbyists, by and large, get a bad name because the public doesn't understand that the membership would not know anything about either side of 90% of the legislation up here if there were not a lobbyist representing a special interest who told them what that legislation was all about.
I promised to bring over, as you recall,
Yes, sir.
the John Sharp Performance Review, because I don't want you to have to waste your time finding it. I found it for...
Of course, the lobbyists say that they're the experts, and why shouldn't they be the ones that are writing the laws? I think of John Kenneth Galbraith, who once said that if all the experts were laid end to end, it would be a good thing. I think the problem in our society is we have these experts who are writing laws not for the benefit of the public good, for the benefit of their good.
And insult to injury, I call it attack.
Many of these people either are former legislators or were former legislative aides. They're people who know the process. It's kind of like the person who charges $100 to fix a locomotive and it takes him 30 seconds. And the person says, why should I pay you $100 for 30 seconds work? And he says, it's only 50 cents for the screw that I turned a quarter turn. It's $99.50 to know which screw to turn. And that's sort of what you see going here. This bald-headed guy at the base of the stairs is a former state rep. That fellow here, former state senator, now a lobbyist. The sort of short guy in the maroon coat is former House Speaker Billy Clayton, now a lobbyist. The fellow talking on the phone is a former state senator, former House member, former gubernatorial aide, now a lobbyist. The guy with his back to us here, former member of the House of Representatives, now a lobbyist. Legislators look at these other guys that are former members who are making $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year, and they think, I can do that. I mean, that is not brain surgery.
Hugo, come here. Hugo, my man.
What can I do for you?
Nothing much, my man. How's our coastal bill coming? Coastal
Great,
management.
we got it agreed to.
After being a member of the legislature, I like this a lot better.
I only have to represent my clients and my conscience, and I don't have to talk to constituents about either one. I don't have to have anybody tell me that I'm not representing them well, or that I didn't answer their telephone call, or that I didn't smile at them at the grocery store.
I love being on this side of the door, and it's like I tell my former colleagues in the House, I miss them. I miss being on the floor of the House, except on payday.
And that's good? If you don't tell me you lose.
New subject to raids from opposing interests. So the lobbyists have to be ever vigilant, like mother hens shielding their young from predators.
What they're doing is they're waiting for members to come out, and this is one of the only places you can catch them. It looks like it's something crazy going on, like somebody's giving away tickets to something really interesting, and they're not. And what's really happening is they're waiting to talk to one guy or two women or another gal or something about one little item, and they'll spend a lot of time doing it.
Hey, Bob, I want to slow you down. That's that Kubiak bill, and that's the limited liability for all volunteer fire departments, and I know you've seen it, and I know you're a co-author, but I want to tell you, we can pass this goddamn bill, and every volunteer fire department in Texas will have limited liability of $100,000.
This is really the magic moment they've all been waiting for. They may want a little bit of a language change, or they may want to have a hearing on it, or they want to get it out of committee, or they've changed, they're verifying something, changing a vote.
Your bill, only those who chose to become a non-taxing district would have that limited liability, and it would leave all these other folks out.
That's what I wanted.
I understand that, but a few of them would get the limited liability. But
we'll just see how it goes.
I see how it goes. I just want you to know.
One of the problems is that the organizations and interest groups and professions that have money can afford to hire good lobbyists. The ones that don't have as much money, that are on behalf of small kids on AFDC or that sort of thing, they don't get taken care of as well, simply because they can't afford to have the people up here with the kind of access and experience to make those things happen. So what happens is it's the golden rule, those with the gold rule.
Can I pay 20 cents? Can I pay this one? How much is it? All 30. I'm gonna file the ethics report. It is a hands-on, press the flesh, smile and be smiled at, keep your good humor, and if you get mad, don't let anybody know it. Business.
If he thinks he's gonna get away for if he thinks I'm gonna vote with him for $1.37, he has been drinking.
You got to convince the public that you're sincere and honest, and that you conduct yourself properly at all times. And once you've learned to fake that, you got it made.
Isn't this the man that helped get all that money for UTMB in Galveston?
Yes.
And now he just wants
It was pork.
Pork.
Yeah.
Now aren't you trying to put UTMB out of business?
No, I'm just trying to put them out of the business of competing with private practitioners.
You're trying to poor old UTMB.
Politics is constantly making adjustments. Politics is always about fixing the last mess. And we almost always forget and never tell the public that we've just created a new one. But it's the nature of the deal, and it's buying time. There are a lot of elements of a society that are not committed to getting along together. And so here we have it. We're stuck.